NFL football. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals taking on Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway from Cincinnati. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Man open, that's Ja'Marr Chase complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun. So on 4th down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals. Back deep for Jacksonville, the dangerous Jamal Agnew. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I don't have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, #1, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now it's Burrow. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end, Sample. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now it's Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Bengals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Evan McPherson for the extra point. He's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was Ja'Marr Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field. It can take off and run when under duress.
Now ETN to start the drive. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Draw play, Etienne.
And he stopped immediately there.
And a tackle there by Jermaine Pratt. 2nd and 20. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Lawrence going to get this to Etienne.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 43.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
1st down. Here's Burrow, escaping the pressure right.
Looking deep here for Chase.
And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for Cincinnati. 41 yards. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Burrow looking to pass. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation, because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early? And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked by Logan Wilson. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And this one incomplete. Oh, a dangerous throw. Nearly picked off in the end zone. But it's touchdown. Jamar Chase on the touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here's Brad Robbins now.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now a leaping catch. He's got it.
And he'll be taken down right there at the 38.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
On play action, Lawrence. Open man, this is Brenton Strange, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Etienne.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Screen play. Here's Etienne.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more of bounds when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And that will be incomplete. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And this one's high, but not very far. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Escapes the defender.
Oh!
Still going. A second nice move. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase
on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Bengals continue to pull away here in this first half. It's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away. But this one might be over by halftime.
And since you already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Now Lawrence.
And that's caught inside the 35. And I think the ball's out. And the Bengals grab it. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So the big gain through the air, but scratch it all off because he could not hang on to the football.
And you have to like what they did on defense here. They didn't give up on the play. Big yardage given up, but they still battled all the way to the end and helped force a turnover.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Burrow.
And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Oh, great grab by Chase. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range as well, down at the 17-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Well, no sooner do the teams get to the locker rooms, and they're running right back out. Halftime over, 3rd quarter, ready to go.
The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. A short throw to Ingram. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Jones has it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Burrow will throw. He will find his man Chase complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Here's Burrow. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. And Burrow going to throw again. Able to slither by. And Mixon going to have a Bengals 1st down as he's down to the 12. He'll look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. Touchdown Bengals. Joe Mixon, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals open the lead up to 34-0. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Down the left sideline. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Things just kind of continuing to unravel for him here in the 2nd half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense, once again, up to the task.
Well, this is where you think,
touchdown! Jamar Chase on a touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals have taken a 6-touchdown lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, They came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it is 42-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete. On second down, here's Burrow.
And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch.
22 yards there, a first down.
They'll drop to throw.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Bengals get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
On the return is Jones. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10.
Right at the 50-yard line.
Got a man open. It's Chase.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 37 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now. Now a battle for the football, and it's caught. It's a touchdown.
Jamar Chase
from 13 yards out. And the Bengals add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter and a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. Still going. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. From midfield now, Lawrence on the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And this offense on third down today, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. But they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit, give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Ja'Marr Chase, 36 yards. And the Bengals have got it on cruise control. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
19 yards there on the catch and run. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you've mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Here's Lawrence. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. And McPherson on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
And Kirk is going to have the Jaguars first down up near the 40-yard line. Lawrence will throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And oh, he coughed it up. And the Bengals grab it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He's to the 15. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. McPherson now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know,
Lawrence hit and the ball is free. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. And, oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play? And
Today, from NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, this is Madden Football on EA Sports. It's the Houston Texans taking on the Chicago Bears.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Fields going to throw on the first play. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. On the option left is Fields. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
He'll get 9 yards on the keeper there, but it's still going to leave him with a 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Now here's Trenton Gill now. Desmond King deep for Houston.
Now this is fielded in the end zone.
Desmond King to return it from his end zone.
And that decision's only going to wind up costing him a yard or 2 as he's tackled just shy of the 20. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Stroud looking to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. They'll let this go deep for Collins. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends.
Now a hit and a loose football. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. Ka'imi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Fields
busts through the tackle, and he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
Here's 3rd and 9. Here's Fields. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
On the return, it's King. Pushing his way through.
Another miss.
Still on his feet.
A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Texans will take over. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Stroud to throw it. On a slant, here's Collins.
And nothing to speak of there after the catch as they get him right to the ground at the 37.
And Stroud now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Stroud will look to throw once more. He'll complete this one to Collins. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. This now a 3rd and 4. He's got his target. That's complete.
Touchdown, Houston.
Nico Collins, 43 yards. And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Malik Collins able to get him for a loss of about 3. And they run the option on 2nd down.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 3rd down and 13. To throw is Fields. And he's got the hook up here. That's Mooney. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the 50, here's Fields. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. A give left side here for Herbert. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
Stroud now on 2nd down.
And that is incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it.
Throwing again is Stroud.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Now here's Stroud.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Nico Collins
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Texans take a 3-touchdown lead.
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And the Texans scoop it. There he goes left side. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
Fields. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35. From the gun, here's Fields. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing again is Fields. That's complete to Mooney. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Fields. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And the Texans will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Got a man. It's Collins complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Now Stroud. He's got it to Collins complete. Now he's into the clear again. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Yeah, 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. Taking it right down Broadway. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston. Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Stroud now on 1st and 10. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Stroud